Hi, welcome back. My name is Cole,
And I'm Andrew.
and this is CTRL-AC.
CTRL-AC is the podcast where we talk about the fight of the century.
This is interesting.
Have you ever watched a UFC fight?
I have not.
Shall this be the first?
It shall.
There are many great fighters, boxers, in the history of the world, but none of them can put on a show like Mark Zuckerberg and Elon Musk. We will get to that in a second. It's the most ridiculous story I've seen in a long time.
It's so dumb, but so awesome.
You are in Florida right now.
That is correct.
So we're recording this on Riverside, our little
We did
like
this for
virtual-
our first, second, and third episode. That's kind of crazy.
virtual setup here. Maybe it's very scuffed. Maybe it'll work. Who knows?
Y'all will
Bear
find
with
out.
us. So you will be in Florida for our next 2 episodes, I think.
Yes.
You have a pretty nice little setup, though. Like you brought your whole mic and equipment and stuff.
I really thought we were going to get stopped at TSA and be charged $1,000.
Why would it be $1,000?
Or 100, not 1,000, sorry.
Oh,
There's like some weird laws with AV equipment.
okay.
It was all fine.
Nice. So, Elon was on Twitter, like he usually is.
Like he usually is. Considering he
And
owns it.
He was responding to a tweet about Facebook allegedly getting ready to release a Twitter rival.
Right.
He joked about it. And a random Twitter account responded.
Random.
They said, "Better be careful, Elon Musk. I heard he does jujitsu now." Elon then responded, quote, "I'm up for a cage match if he is, LOL." So everyone was like, "Oh, that's funny. You know, that's funny." And then Mark Zuckerberg went on Instagram and to his story just posted the screenshot of the tweet and then the words "send location." So now it's actually looking legit. So then Elon tweets Vegas Octagon, which is apparently like the biggest fighting stadium rink thing in America. And it
I also saw
blows up
something.
on Twitter.
I saw something. Somebody said someone offered the Coliseum, like they could use the Coliseum.
That was today. So
Was it?
today
was that
today,
a real thing?
That's real. They're trying
Really?
to get in touch with like the Rome government, like the authorities there, but they're trying to rent out the Coliseum.
That would be the biggest thing like in history.
It's such a billionaire throw money at something
Billionaires
fun kind of
fight
thing.
fist fight in the Coliseum.
It's hilarious. So Elon said, "I have this great move that I call the walrus, where I just lie on top of my opponent and do nothing." So, prediction-wise, Elon is taller. He weighs more. Mark is in better shape. Who are you thinking is going to win in the
Mark.
Coliseum? Mark?
Yeah, 100%. Just because you're big and tall doesn't mean that, because that also affects agility. Like Mark could just duck or move.
Right. Until Elon brings out the Tesla robot human thing. So
Gotta
then
get his
we
wife to
have
fight for him.
then we have this. So to train, Andrew Tate tweets, "I will train Elon Musk." So now Andrew Tate is training Elon Musk. Some other fighter guy is training Zuck. And it's a legitimate thing. Joe Rogan has already offered to officiate the whole thing. It's projected to be 4 times bigger than the biggest fighting UFC match in history. Like it's going to break that record.
Crazy.
Right. Because these guys have, I guess Mark does have a little bit of experience because he does jiu-jitsu.
That tends to
Mark's
help with experience.
39 years old and Elon's 52. So I don't know if if this is gonna work. I can't wait to see it. I will
Me neither.
definitely pay to watch this.
Oh,
I will
100%.
definitely sit through this. Maybe it lasts 25 seconds. I
Mark
don't know.
just 1-2 punches him in the
Just
face and he's down.
punches him one time and then it's over. But
No, they
I
would
don't
have
know
to put on. They would talk about it and put on a show of some sort.
I'm sure.
They read the
But
Coliseum for 25 seconds.
If Elon's got Andrew Tate though,
We
I don't
just need Andrew Tate to fight all of them at the same time.
Elon and Zuck versus Andrew Tate.
Tag team it.
That'd be amazing.
That would be so funny. I don't think I would ever need to watch anything ever again.
No, that would, if the UFC, if they just went out of business after that, I think everyone would be happy. Speaking of contracts with the government, the EU has an interesting new ruling. Now, we like the EU because of the USB-C thing.
Yeah, they've tended to let some very good things happen in the tech world.
They're on our good side right now. So the
Right
EU's doing all right. So they are now considering a ruling. There's a final vote that's coming up. And it is for a law that would require phone manufacturers to have easily replaceable batteries.
Now listen, easily removable and easily replaceable are different.
They say replaceable.
Well, it's not, but on the article it says readily removable.
Okay, on June 14th, the European Parliament approved it, sending out a press release explaining that portable batteries must be designed in such a way that consumers themselves can easily remove and replace them. So we used to have this on phones.
I think it stopped in like, what, 2012, 2013?
Right, back in the olden days. We have like a Note 4 and a Note 2, and you can just pop the back off of it and take the battery out.
And that was like a whole, I don't want to say meme because that wasn't a thing, but it was like that was the thing. Like that was the funny thing back in the old days.
When my dad was at work, he would have his Note 4 in his pocket, and then he would have a spare battery in his backpack. And if his phone died, you just hot swap the batteries and you're good to go. It was kind of cool.
To an extent, but that's also giving people that kind of power with their phone is dangerous because I'm sorry, but the majority of people are not.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because, one time somebody puts the battery in backwards, it catches their phone on fire.
Right. Or they take it out and they puncture it somehow. It explodes. The other problem is pretty much all current smartphones are IP68 waterproof.
Right. And
if
the second you make a removable battery.
Exactly. The back of the phone is coming off now. Your phone is no longer waterproof. So there's a trade-off that you have to evaluate. Do you want to be able to hot swap the battery if it means if you drop your phone in your pool, it's done?
Yeah.
And phone batteries are at the point where they last you the whole day. If your phone is not lasting you the whole day,
you're on it too much.
It's a fairly new phone. You're on it too much. I don't know where I'd keep a hot swappable battery. I'm not carrying one in my pocket. The scenario I came up with was, well, if you're about to go out and you know your phone's going to die, you could grab another battery. But then at that point,
or you could just grab a charger.
Charge your phone. Just charge your phone before you leave.
Because we have fast charging, yeah. I think the EU has a fundamental misunderstanding of technology.
They have like one. I bet there's one tech savvy guy on the whole EU. And he back a couple months ago, he was just like, you know what? USB-C for everything, which is what tech people like. And the EU was like, oh, okay, yeah, sure. And then he was also like, remember removable batteries? And they were all like, oh, yeah, pro-environment, I guess. Removable like, there's one guy who has these little tech ideas, and they all just jump on it. Maybe.
It's got to be something, but I don't think this should happen. I think they should be easily replaceable, not
replaceable. Fine.
Like they should have like one strip of adhesive that's easy to pull off or screws.
Mm-hmm.
But it shouldn't be the stupid glue of death that's on the inside of phones.
Yeah.
Because realistically, if you just make a battery with 2 screws on either side, it'll be fine.
Right. I'm all for ordering a new battery, replacing it myself. That's fine.
Yeah.
What I don't want is the back of my phone to come off with one snap. I like
used to
having a
have-
waterproof phone. You were on a FaceTime call with me and you dropped your phone in the pool. Like I heard underwater on FaceTime. It was weird.
Like my dad had an old iPhone 4 and it didn't work. Like the thing was it was like iTunes locked or whatever that thing used to have. So I took it to school and I was like, watch this magic trick, and I threw it on the ground and the back popped off and it would just it like the battery would just fall out. It was super funny.
Try that with a Note 7.
Yeah, you do that and it'll just blow up the airplane.
Yeah. Oh, you took a flight recently.
Mm-hmm. I did. This is funny. So I'm reading the list of not allowed like devices on a plane, like,
and it's stuff you'd expect.
Specifically, yeah, stuff you like specifically is restricted because I'm diabetic, so I have to take stuff with me, right? Everything that I needed to bring was fine. So I'm reading. It's like gasoline, flammable exposed lithium-ion batteries, and then Samsung Galaxy Note 7. It says not allowed past TSA in parentheses.
Again, it's one guy. It's one guy on the board who was like, "Hey y'all, the Note 7 I'm reading, it explodes." And they're like, "Oh, okay, ban it from planes."
Or it was like the whole 6 months of exploding phones that the world heard about everywhere.
It's just the Note 7 too. You can bring any other phone, but it's just that one. Speaking of new regulations, Rivian puts out a tweet.
We like Rivian.
We do. They announce that they are joining the ever-growing list of EV manufacturers that will begin using Tesla's EV chargers.
And that's good.
That is fantastic. So now your Rivian R1T and Rivian R1S can charge at Tesla chargers. So they're joining GM now. And was it Lucid? Has Lucid said they're going to use?
I think it was Lucid, but
maybe Porsche, one of them.
No, Porsche isn't. That was the problem.
Oh, they aren't?
Yeah, they're the ones who like explicitly said they won't use it.
But yeah, Rivians can use Tesla chargers. I still don't know why Tesla's doing it, because it gets rid of the incentive to buy a Tesla. Because I would take a Rivian R1T
Tesla's
over a
being
Cybertruck.
Competition friendly. There we go. Which is good. We
guess.
Don't see that from companies anymore.
No.
I think it's actually them just being cocky, not gonna lie.
Just them saying that we're so confident in our cars. Here's the selling point. You can take our chargers. We'll still sell cars.
I mean, pretty much, because they know that their chargers are better than everyone else's chargers.
The one thing that I will give electric charging stations, as long as they take and as inconvenient and hard to find as they may be sometimes, they're so much like nicer than like at night. Pulling into a gas station at night.
You're scared.
A sketchy experience.
Scared for your life.
Pulling into a charging station at night is not that bad. So I don't know. Okay, we're going to take a quick break. When we get back, we will talk about an even more expensive Vision Pro and hands-on with a brand new phone. CTRL-AC is sponsored by The Complete Backyard. The Complete Backyard is a custom outdoor design and living space company. Basically, you tell them what you want your dream backyard to look like, and they will build it. For consultation, you can go to thecompletebackyard.com. Okay, so we have two new products that we've recently gotten to the studio. One of them has been out for 3 years. The other has been out for a week. So we just got a Series X.
Finally, it only took you 3 years.
It took a while because we wanted one in 2020, but we didn't feel like camping out for 3 days in front of a Best Buy or paying $900 resale.
Right.
So we ended up waiting. I know. It's summer. We picked one up. Everyone who's thinking of getting one probably has already gotten one. But I will tell you, the load time difference from a 1S to a Series X is unbelievable. So we got out
Mm-hmm.
the old stopwatch. It takes 57 seconds to go from clicking Forza Horizon 5 to driving away. 57 seconds.
On the Series X.
Yes.
And it takes like what, 57 minutes on the series or on the 1S?
It's a good 4.5 to 5 minutes. And
Yeah,
it's 60 FPS now, which is very, very nice. So yes,
now
just
you can
wanted to
actually be
say.
a competent gamer now.
Right. It is a night and day difference. One thing is the whole console UI is the exact same. PlayStation changed theirs with the PS5, so it at least felt new.
Well, PlayStation's always changed theirs. Xbox has been pretty much the same since the one. They've had like a
Yeah.
couple design updates, but it's been the same.
And the fans are also extremely quiet. So no more rocket engine Xbox. Yep.
What, you don't want to hear your Xbox instead of your speakers?
My friend had a PlayStation 4 Slim, and it was sitting on their mantle,
No.
covered in dust. That you could hear that from across the house. I'm not even kidding. It was so loud.
That's hilarious. Yeah, the PS4 was not the best invention in the whole world.
It cranked out the frames though.
At 30.
But it did not. It cranked them out. It threw all health, CPU health out the window. Threw all thermal. It was bad.
Soundness.
All thermal soundness gone. There was a lot of soundness.
There was a lot of soundness.
Thermally.
Well, anyways.
Second product we got is a new phone. So for the past 2 or 3 days, I have been dailying the Motorola Razr Plus. I never thought I'd actually daily a Motorola phone. But here we are. Remember those commercials, the Hello Moto commercials?
Mm-hmm.
With the snap-on accessories? Like the whole camera lens you could snap to the back, and like that's the only one I can remember. But they had the song and everything. Hold on, I'm going to find the song. Hello Moto. Where is it?
Hello, Moto.
Yeah, that. It's weird. This is also the first folding phone I've used because it is a folding phone. So it looks exactly like the Z Flip. It's a 6.9-inch display, folds in half to a 3.6-inch roughly outside display. The main selling point of this phone is that it has a giant outside display. So the Z Flip just has this little widget screen. This has a giant, chunky, full-size screen, so you can check your messages and stuff and actually do stuff on the phone.
Right. Hot take. Well, not a hot take. Interesting thing. After I get back from Florida and I buy my car, I'm gonna buy a used Z Flip.
They're fun to have as a second little phone because it's fun to. It's so nice to carry around in your pocket. I daily a 12 Pro Max. It's a massive phone.
Yeah, that's the only thing I don't like about my phone. Is that it's massive. I'm used to a 12 mini, which is like a solid inch thinner than the 11 Pro Max.
But it's nice to have in your pocket. All of these great impressions are from the first 2 days. At the end of day 2 or beginning of day 3, I don't remember when, but the hinge started making this sound, and I'm going to see if I can do it here.
Yep, there it is.
It's this squeaky sound. Like
It almost sounds like a beep.
It's weird. But the hinge is making a sound. So I'm going to end up reaching out to Motorola, see if this is a known issue. But I don't know. My full review is going to be out in a couple weeks. So we'll link that in the show notes whenever it drops. But first impressions are very interesting. I don't hate it,
it's an
but
interesting phone.
It has several big problems that I think keep it from being great. The title of my review is going to be So Close or something like that because it really is close to being an actual folding competitor. But it's just not there yet. But the color's nice and the back is leather, so that's cool.
It's leather? It's red.
Well, it's like faux leather.
That's weird. That would get gross really fast. It's probably going to be deteriorating in 8 to 9 years. Like that fake rubber does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would it also pick up smells? Like the sweat on your hand?
Oh, probably. The oils and everything.
One thing I do like is the front screen when it's off has like this silver glossy thing, so it actually looks like a mirror, so you can use it as a mirror, like the old Palm Pre. Everything just comes back to the Palm Pre.
Why do you know everything about the Palm Pre?
Because my dad had it, and that was the first phone that I used, and it was so cool. It had MagSafe and wireless charging, an iOS-like app switcher.
It didn't have MagSafe,
It
first
literally
of all.
did. It charged wirelessly via a puck that it snapped to. Go to Google and type in Palm Pre magnetic stand thing.
Charger.
Yeah, Palm Pre magnet
Oh.
charger.
Whoa.
It was literally MagSafe. But that phone release date, that phone came out in 2009. The iPhone
really?
8 got wireless charging in 2017. Took Apple 8 years. Palm had it.
But
I'm
the
telling you,
Palm
it's the
Pre
best
didn't
phone
do
ever
everything the iPhones did.
made. No, but it had a mirror on the back and a
Oh my
physical. It was the best phone ever made, without a doubt. I should go back to dailying that.
That would be so funny. Well, anyways, speaking of used to be expensive things, the new expensive thing is the Apple Vision Pro, but made by Caviar.
There's a company. It's called Caviar,
and they're ridiculous.
They know that us cool people wouldn't want to be caught looking like a poor person with only an $1,100 iPhone, right? Like, that would be embarrassing.
Yeah.
So what they do is they take iPhones like the 14 Pro Max and they encase it in a block of gold and put jewelry inserts and walnut wood in the back.
They have an Apple Watch case that's called Supreme Royalty, and it's $2,300. It's made
Just
out
for the
of
case.
Stainless steel and 316L stainless steel and fake diamonds. No, Swarovski crystals. This company's hilarious.
They are. They take an iPhone, they cover it in gold and jewelry and stuff, and they sell it for $10,000.
Wait, Andrew. All iPhone 14 designs are now available on iPhone 15 at the same price.
There's no way. There's already selling the 15 in gold.
They are. Custom
no
iPhone 14/15 Pro Max.
Okay, well.
But anyway, I buy the 15 Pro? Hold on, make an inquiry.
It probably just ships when it comes out. But anyway, you wouldn't want to appear poor. So a lot of people looked at the $3,500 price of the Vision Pro and said, I'll still look poor. It needs to be more expensive, more flashy. Caviar's got you. So they covered it in gold and jewelry and artwork things and leather and diamonds and like a ton of stuff encasing the entire Vision Pro.
Yeah,
and there's a price tag on it.
So, at just a measly $39,000 US, you can get yourself a 18-karat gold Vision Pro.
But at least you won't look poor.
Yeah, you won't look poor. You'll be a rich boy.
The only thing I'm concerned about the price. But the second thing I'm concerned about, how heavy would that be on your head?
It would have to be so incredibly heavy.
The Vision Pro is already a pound. So now you add gold, like just the whole thing encased in gold. That'd be the most uncomfortable thing. So what does this end up being? It's a centerpiece. Like in the middle of your dining room table.
You're going to have it on one of those little floating stands.
It's so dumb.
It does look pretty sick though.
So it looks fine. It looks like a Louis Vuitton leather pattern thing. So maybe they're working with them.
They're only making 24 of them.
Oh, well then, Cole, we have to pre-order.
Hold on. Let's reach out to Caviar and ask if they can send us one.
Ask for a review unit. I think okay. So listen, this is so crazy. So Marquez always gets a free Caviar thing delivered to him. I'm not even kidding. In all of his videos, he said it is dropped off to his house by hand. They show up in a car, and a guy walks up with a briefcase to his house. It's a hand-delivered product. It's insane.
Well, maybe someday we'll get to review something like this. This is something really interesting, and it's cool to see that a company is like actually building some cool stuff, finally.
Is it cool?
I think it's cool. It's very dumb, but it's really cool.
I can't wait to walk down the streets of Beverly Hills and just see someone with their solid gold headset. But this isn't even, it doesn't even make you look rich because there's a $120,000 iPhone.
Right. And that's a lot more
This
money.
is like the budget category of Caviar.
Yeah. Or maybe they meant to put 380K. Well, no, because that's not diamond plated.
Oh, it's not?
No.
Well, then why even bother?
Honestly. Anyways. Well, maybe one day we'll be able to see this, but for now, that's it on that.
Last thing is a YouTube policy decision that's really, really interesting. So YouTube is testing straight up disabling videos for anyone using an ad blocker.
Let's try this.
It's not there now.
Oh, okay.
It's only being tested in like certain regions, but they're thinking about bringing this to everyone, which is a big deal. And it brings up the whole moral question of ad blockers, because when you use an ad blocker, you are stopping that creator from getting the ad play, which takes money from them. So over the course of, several months of using an ad blocker, you are taking money from a lot of YouTube creators.
Right.
Some people may think that's fine, and they'll take the 30 seconds to a minute that it would save you for every video, which adds up. But YouTube's solution is, of course, just buy YouTube Premium. Not everyone wants to do that, but
I actually pay for YouTube Premium.
Do you really?
Yeah, so I guess I can uninstall my ad blocker. Well, no, because I still like it on other websites.
Right, a lot of people just have an ad blocker for other websites, and it also works in YouTube.
Yeah.
So how do they see that? Like, how do they know you're using an ad blocker?
When they get a view, but they don't get ad revenue.
Well, but YouTube has to stop the view immediately. So, like, how do they know that you're using it on your end? I don't know. It's a tough moral question, because I do want all of the money to go to creators for providing content on a free site. YouTube is free. There's a paid version, but anyone can go watch YouTube videos for free, which is still kind of crazy, because they could charge $10 a month and make billions of dollars from it. But I think it's fair. As annoying as it is, I think it's fair. And then our last thing is this is crazy. So I'm on Twitter right before we record this episode, and Elon puts out a tweet that says, to address extreme levels of data scraping and system manipulation, we've applied the following temporary limits. Verified accounts are limited to reading 6,000 posts a day, and unverified counts to 600 posts a day.
Oh.
I am unverified, so are you. We can only see 600 tweets a day. And then it will just tell you, as of right now, you've hit your tweet limit, and it's like screen time for Twitter. He says it's to protect against data scraping. Can you explain that?
Lots of AI bots are using data scraping now to gather information. That's how people are getting mass amounts of information at once, is from data scraping. And that's, I personally don't really know the problem with it, like why it's bad.
So instead of targeting the bots, he just sets a limit for everyone on the platform.
Right, which is dumb. I think that's dumb, and it's a bad idea. But
we don't know what this means. Like, if I just scroll up through Twitter, you can view like 10 tweets a second. Does that count? Can I only do that 60 times? We don't know yet. I'm going to try and get to the limit today. Like the 600 tweet, you've reached your limit screen time thing. Let me know if you do first. But this is weird.
But it makes sense if he wants to protect against it. I just don't. know off the top of my head why it's bad. I don't remember.
To be fair, it's a good move for society because it gets people off of Twitter. So maybe there's an upside to it. But at the same time, that's got to be annoying if at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, you've reached your limit and you literally cannot go on Twitter anymore, especially for like breaking news and stuff.
I mean, you could just pay for Twitter Blue. Maybe that's really what he wants to do.
Then you get 6,000. It's Elon's world. We are just living in it.
I mean, basically. He bought Twitter for $60 million. He's about to fight Elon or Zuck in the Coliseum.
I cannot wait for that fight. How about you just come over? We have a whole watch party.
We'll invite everyone.
Can't wait.
Well, this was episode 40.
It was a little rough. It's weird being on the other side of the country. But you'll be back in studio in 2 weeks, right?
2 weeks?
Roughly?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then I'll be gone for another week and a half.
Right. So we'll be back to normal once you get back. For the time being, you can reach out to us both on the platform with the toughest of screen time limits.
I'm at Cole WW Webb.
And I'm at Utterly Drew.
And we will see you in 2 weeks when I get home.
Bye, y'all.